TOPSTEP is now one step. TOPSTEP today announced major changes that benefits the trader, including an eval that might be the easiest in the business. Join me in just a moment as we'll go through all the details of the major changes TOPSTEP announced today. Today, TOPSTEP announced big changes, changes that benefit you, the trader, me, the trader, all traders. And it may take TOPSTEP back to the top of the prop firm world. It's a tall order. We know that there's been companies that passed them. Let's look at what the changes are that they've put into place today, and then we'll go into details about those changes to see why you should, again, consider TOPSTEP for your prop firm. Number one, it's just a one-step eval, no more two steps, which was the biggest complaint people had about TOPSTEP at this point. They finally did it. They finally got rid of the two steps and caught up with the industry on that one. Next, the eval has changed, and it might be the easiest, at least in my opinion. It is the easiest. We'll go through what the eval is, and you can make a decision for yourself. Straightforward payout structure, which is something that, in my opinion, is really needed in this business. Some of the other props, while they pay out fine, the way you got to wait for your money is kind of ridiculous. Talk about their activation fee, which is something new, as well as their eval fee refund program. And we're talk about the huge launch sale. I think might be the biggest sale TOPSTEP's ever done. So let's first look at that one-step eval, shall we? TOPSTEP goes to just one step, which now means the one step is the top step, unless you consider like live and live sim. But anyway, I digress. TOPSTEP, of course, is the original in the industry. Been around since I believe 2012. Was the first futures prop firm. But they had the only two-step eval in the industry, and that, among other things, put them behind. We've seen a lot of changes come out of TOPSTEP in the last year, and this is the one that might finally break through to put them back in the lead. As I said, they were stuck in their ways. Apex, as you know, probably the number one now, and others passed them. And it seemed like they weren't budging for a long time. They started budging over the last year or so, and now they finally, in my opinion, caught up to where they needed to be. So they're roaring back with this huge statement. Can they reclaim number one? That's a tall order, but you can't say they're not trying anymore. So let's look at the eval, because like I said, I believe this might be the easiest eval now in the business. First of all, obviously, one step. No more two steps. One step. 30% consistency rule. Other props have a consistency rule. In my opinion, it makes sense. If you're really trying to see if a trader can trade, there shouldn't be where you can pass on a YOLO. This is saying you need to have no more than 30% of your profit target in any one day. I think that's a good rule. And what that means, though, there's no other minimum day requirements. It means that with the 30% rule, you can pass in 4 days. Other firms with consistency rules still have minimum days of like 7 days or 8 days, or of course the one that has 15 days. This is 4 days, which is, I believe, now the second lowest in the industry, besides the one that's basically 0 day. It shows you're a consistent trader, but there's no need to open and close micros for X amount of days, which is just ridiculous. It wastes your time, it wastes the props time, it doesn't show you how to trade, so on and so forth. The daily loss limit doesn't fail you, it just locks you out. This was a change that we've seen couple other props make. I think One Up changed this while back, and then they might have gotten rid of their daily loss. Anyway, daily loss limit doesn't fail you. Locks you out for the day. Come back tomorrow, you trade again. It's basically a mechanism to save you from yourself. That way you can't revenge trade. You hit that max loss limit, no revenge trading, get to cool off, go do something else. Maybe go do another eval with another company. Whatever you want to do. But this way, your emotions can't destroy you on that one day. Calm down, come back the next day, get back to green, but they didn't get failed. And this is the big one. Just don't hit your maximum loss limit, which is what they're calling now their drawdown. And it is an end-of-day drawdown, not a trailing drawdown. So that means you can let runners run. You can move a stop to break even without worrying about it coming back, and that constantly trailing drawdown from other firms, which will knock you out. Even if you're in profit, you can get knocked out on an intraday trailing. This is end of day. Go up and down as much as you want in one day without it blowing your account. So between these 5 things, in my opinion, this makes this the easiest evaluation now in the business. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments whether you agree that this is easier than any others. Love to hear your thoughts. So now the straightforward payouts. This really hasn't changed much, but we'll go through it. There's no waiting months for your money, like with other firms that you can only, can't make a huge withdrawal until you've been, 3 months, and you have to, so on and so forth. You can have access to your money pretty much right away. You can request after 5 $200 profit days, and they don't have to be consecutive. So let's say, Monday you hit 210, Tuesday you hit 550, Wednesday you are red by $100, Thursday you have another $210 day, Friday 350, and then Monday you have another $210 day. I don't know. I'm just picking these numbers out of my head. You can request right there. No having to be consistent. No consistency rule. It can be any amount above 200. One day it can be 10,000, and one day it can be 200. No consistency rules. No, weird rules about scratching days. Just $200 profit days. You can request 50% of your account balance. So if you made $10,000, you can request $5,000. I don't know, and this is something I should have checked on, but we'll look into it further and maybe get back to you. If that 50% ever ends, at some point, you're really, really deep into profit, if you can request more, I don't know. But if you close your account, you get your 100%, you don't lose anything. But this also allows you to continue building up a balance in your account, so you constantly have a buffer against, even if you take a big loss. So, you can request 50% of your account balance every time you hit 5 $200 profit days. You can request once a week, 4 times a month, and they process payouts each day, I believe. So you could literally be paid 4 times a month instead of 2 times a month or once a month like some of these other firms have been doing. And of course, this doesn't change, but we're reiterating it here. Keep 100% of your first 10,000 profit, and then it's a 90% split after that. That's something that also was changed in the last year. They used to be 80-20. Now it's 90-10. So again, more stuff in favor of the trader. So, activation fee and eval refund. So now this is one new thing, and I mean it is like some of the other props. There's a $149 one-time activation fee. They say that covers things like having lost risk managers and some of the other stuff they do behind the scenes. It makes sense. making evals easier, so there needs to be a little bit of a check and balance for the business to be, right. They need to still make money. They still need to make sure they can pay their employees. They do have one of the best customer service in the industry. You can actually phone them, which I think is unique among the prop firms. So, obviously they still need to make sure they're a profitable business. But, see, this is kind of countered with this little thing. The last month of your eval is refunded. So if you can pass your evaluation in the first month, it's basically a free evaluation. Now, if you don't pass in the first month, then you just get your most recent month back. But if you can do it in that first month, yeah, easy for me to say, the fee costs nothing. Okay, so now the part you probably all been waiting for, that huge launch sale. First of all, a sale from TOPSTEP is a rare thing, and in my opinion, that is something else they're going to have to change if they really want to get back to the top. They're going to need to run more sales at a higher percentage. But this one is pretty huge. It's their biggest one I've ever seen, and it's about 70% off. Sale runs from today, July 2nd, 2023 to July 16th, 2023. So 2 weeks. If you're watching this video after that, sorry. Check my Discord or check my other pages for any current deals, if there is any. Anywho, 50K account, just $49, normally $165. 100K account, $99, normally $325. 150K account, $149, normally $375. Like I said, I really believe they need to either be running at least constant sales of a percentage off or lower those normal prices if they're going to want to really make a dent in being in the top 5, top 3. I don't think they're going to be able to take out Apex as number 1, but they do have end of day. And they do have that refund if you can pass them. Well, refund of your last month. And so if you can pass them 1 month, it's all gravy anyway. It's a free eval. So maybe they can. I really hope I should say, I'm not really, favoring anybody. I want to see the best deals for the traders in the whole industry. Everybody should benefit. So I think this is going to, increase competition in the industry, and that's a good thing. But you should get in on these sales if you want to give TOPSTEP a try. They are OG in the industry, like I said earlier, and they are a good company. They just lagged behind, and now they're finally catching up. So let's summarize the overall dealio for today. Once again, the TOPSTEP changes to a one-step eval. Probably the easiest eval in the business. Straightforward payout structure. They have added an activation fee, but you can get your last month's eval fee refunded when you pass. And we got that huge launch sale. So, you'll find the links for the sale down in the video description below. Link to TOPSTEP, all that fun stuff. And in the, down below in the comments, let me know what you think. Are you going to give TOPSTEP another try? Or do you think TOPSTEP is now going to be able to compete with the other big dogs again? Will they get their number 1 spot back? Tell me what you think. Give me your thoughts. That's all I have for today. Keep an eye out, though. Maybe, just maybe, we might do a video series with the TOPSTEP eval. No guarantees yet, though. Anyway, catch me on live stream every day, Monday through Friday. Although not this week because of the holiday. We start on Wednesday this week. But catch me on live stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. We'll be trading live every day and continuing to work toward profitability. Till next time, bye. Dang it, are you serious?